Hi, good evening to all. Today's topic is all about how to prepare a flexible budget. First of all, we look at the meaning of a flexible budget. The budget classified according to the flexibility. We have two types of budget. One is the fixed budget, and then the second one is the flexible budget. Fixed budget it's prepared for one level activity. If you want more than one level activity, we use flexible budget. So we have now one problem through which now we are going to now look now how to now solve the problem, how to prepare the flexible budget. The title would be flexible budget and overhead rates. The details have given here now on the problem for the 60% capacity. We need to then prepare now for the 50% and the 70% capacity. So the particulars is 50% capacity and the 60% capacity, 70% capacity. We are going to copy the same as the 60% capacity values now to the solution. First, the title would be variable overheads. Variable overheads these expenses incurred time to time. It's not fixed now. It varies. Here is 60% capacity we can get the indirect material as 6,000. For indirect labor 18,000. Then we need to total them as 24,000. Next semi variable overheads these overheads mixed of both variable overheads and fixed overheads. Here is electricity 30% and the repair 3,000. Then we need to add them as 33,000. Next is fixed overheads it never changes now. Whatever the capacity it will never change. It's called the fixed overheads. Depreciation, insurance, salaries values are given in the problem as the 16,500, 4,500 and the 15,000. So then finally we need to total them as 36,000. Next the total overheads we need to total them. A denotes for the variable overheads, B denotes for the semi-variable overheads, and C denotes fixed overheads. If you add them we can get 93,000. Then we need to put the estimated labor hours. It is also given in the problem as 1,86,000. Then we need to calculate the overhead rate per hour. For that we need to apply the formula as total overheads divided by estimated labor hours. Total labor overheads here 93,000. If we divide the 93,000 by the 1,86,000 we can get 0.50. So we have done the 60% capacity. Now we are going to calculate for the 50% and the 70% capacity. For that we have to prepare the working note. First variable overheads under which we are going to prepare first indirect material. 60% capacity we can get we got 6,000. It is given in the problem. So what about the 50% capacity? If you if you divide 50 by 60 and multiple with 6,000 we can get 5,000. The same way we need to calculate for the 70% capacity for the indirect material as So the final value is now 5,000, 7,000. 5,000 for 50% capacity, 7,000 for the 70% capacity. Just now apply in the column. Next we need to calculate the indirect labor. Indirect labor the 60% capacity we can get we got 80%. It has given in the problem. For 50% we need to divide the 50 by 60 and the multiple with 80,000 we can get 50,000. The same way we we have to calculate for the 70% capacity as 21,000. The 50,000, 21,000 are going to the column. Next the semi-variable overhead, under which now electricity the 60% capacity is the 30%. But the electricity now fixed overheads is 40%, variable overheads is 60%. So we need to calculate separately for fixed and as well as variable. The 40%, 60% given in the problem. So we need to calculate the 40% of 30,000. So we can get 12,000. As well as 60% of 30,000 for variable overheads we can get 80,000. Just copy to the problem. Just a copy to the solution. The same way we have to calculate for the 50% capacity. 50% capacity now fixed will never change. Fixed will never change. So we need to write down as 12,000. Just now we have to calculate for variable overheads. Variable overheads now. To calculate variable overheads, we need to divide 50 by 16 and multiple with 18,000, because variable overheads is 80,000 here as per the 60,000 capacity. So we can get finally 15,000, and the 70% at 70% capacity we can get fixed overheads 12,000 and variable overheads is 21,000. It will go to the solution. Next the repair the same way we need to calculate for repair. 60% capacity we can get 3,000. It is mixed with fixed overheads and variable overheads. Fixed overheads 80% and the variable overheads is 20%. These values have given the problem. So we need to first calculate the fixed overheads 80% of that is 3,000. We can get 2,400, and 20,000 of 3,000 we can get 600. And the basis of which we can calculate the 60% capacity and 70% capacity. 50% capacity we can get 2,400 and 500. 70% capacity we can get 2,400 and 700. Just put it in the column. We can get 85,900 and the 1,00,100. Now we need to calculate the estimated labor hours. Estimated labor hours here 60% capacity for we have the estimated labor hours is 1,86,000. So 50% we have to divide 50 by 60 and multiple with 1,86,000 we can get 1,55,000. The same way we need to calculate for 70%. We can get 2,17,000. Just a copy to the solution. Then we need to calculate the overhead the rate per hour. For calculation of the overhead the rate per hour we need to divide by total overheads we need to divide the total overheads by the estimated labor hours. If we divide them, we can get 0.55 and 0.46. This way we have to prepare the flexible budget. Thank you. We will see you again with another session. Until then, stay tuned, stay blessed. Bye.